it goes down, I know she gon' ride. I finally got somebody I can call mine.
Music licensing reimagined.
I got a girl that compliments my fly, and when it goes down, I know she gon' ride. I finally got somebody I can call mine. My one time for the one time.
I don't know why I always with my fingers, I can never get it to connect for some crazy reason. But you got to close that. So you guys, I've been a little sick, you know what I'm saying? Even right now, I'm still kind of getting over it. So if I look a little down or my lazy eye, it's gonna show. But I am here. So I'm sorry, y'all. What's going on?
I see what's going on. All right, we good now. We good.
Okay. All right, y'all. We apologize, but yeah, if I look a little down or whatever, it's because I've been sick for like a while. Not crazy sick, but it's been.
You ain't gonna say you got AIDS or something. Hold on now.
That's to the extreme. I just been not feeling myself lately. So if I look, I'm really serious. So don't pick on me today, okay? Don't pick on me. I'm not for the pick on. I'm already being called pick-me's, but I'm not trying to be picked on. Not today, okay? But I'm here, all right?
That should always confuse me.
I'm you know, the other day I was called a pick-me for asking a question. I just asked one question. Here come Pick Misha.
Oh my God.
And I'm like, so okay, yeah.
Bless their heart, man. Bless their heart.
You know, the Pick Me movement. Y'all really doing it right now.
Man, it's like jealousy to me.
Jealousy, I don't know what it is. I just think that it's foolish. Because you talking about wives.
Don't you want to be one?
I don't think some people do want to be one, but you're talking about a wife. You're not talking about like a like a drug dealer or something of that sort. You're talking about a wife. What is so bad about a wife? I'm trying to understand that. And most women want to be married today.
Yeah, and I'm like, if they don't want to be a wife, what do you want to be? If you want to just be single or baby mama, or
that's what I'm saying.
Like you mad at her because she got picked, but if you want to be single, why you care about what men are doing? Like if you didn't want a man, if you want to stay single, why you care about men are being trash? If you don't want to be picked, it's
just a weird. It's a weird name. If you just say, hey, I don't like wives. I think wives, shouldn't be with men or something. I'd rather you just be honest and say what you don't like instead of saying pick me. That's a weird statement because it's just being a wife. So women today, they do want to be married. They just acting like they don't, but they do. They want to be with somebody. And that's the issue. You want to be with somebody, but you get mad when somebody's with somebody. Make it make sense. I don't know.
Somebody please in the comments explain this to us.
I don't know. It's just weird. But what's up, you guys in the chat? I see you.
What's up, D? What's going on, brother?
Hey, D. Always there to support.
What's up, King? What's going on?
Yes. Thanks for being here, King. I appreciate everyone who is stopping by.
Rules always here, man. Appreciate that.
Just Rules, one of our members. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Power to you. Oh, he put our see, we can't see it, but he put our
Yeah. Appreciate that, bro.
Yes, finally caught another beginning. Yeah. Daniel.
Daniel, Bankhead, what's up, man? Appreciate it, man. Thanks for all the love, guys, for being here. We got a brother Stefan.
Hey, Stefan.
What's going on? Brianna Williams. Hey, yeah, that's new. That's my.
I don't think I've seen your name on here, but thanks for being here. Thanks for being here.
Appreciate it, man.
How you doing, Brianna? All right, so what's up, Bruce? Wait, where you go? What's up, Bruce?
Hey,
Love Cost.
Oh
Oh man, y'all follow his new channel.
Yo, man. Man, this should be a good episode,
Mr.
man.
Let Go is in the building.
Hey, what's going on, bro, man? What's going on?
I seen you live earlier. You always live.
But Well, man, this is gonna be a good show, man, because it's like that live like my wife was on LaPeef, kind of it touched on a lot of different points what's going on. And honestly, like us as men, I don't think we need to have women in these type of conversation because it goes a lot like where it happened, right? Because men can't actually defend their point, or they can't feel a certain way about what's going on, because only thing the woman's gonna say is they're emotional, right? So it's always, so that's why I was telling my wife, like I was telling her at the show, I was like, yo, that was more of your lane to go through.
I don't know now
because
she was talking about y'all.
no, because a lot of times, like the ladies today, they don't listen to men, right? So in order, since they don't want to listen, because no matter what a man say, no matter what facts they brought up, no matter what statistic they brought up, they still gonna have their own opinion, right? But what they have to see is women that are in the positions where they want to be, right? So, and only it's not too many ladies in the position that they want to be. So that's why they just say men ain't ish, or men ain't this, or men ain't that, right? You know what I mean? Because they never really see it. They grew up in a household that they didn't see no good relationships. Every man they was with wasn't really a good relationship. What they thought was a good relationship, because a lot of just people today have unrealistic expectations. So
but no, you
man.
guys, like when I say I've been so off lately, like when I re-listen to some of that, this is about LaPeef, so we're gonna keep saying the channel. LaPeef, let's talk. You know, you guys subscribe to this channel.
Shout out to them.
But when I've been so off that when I listen to it again, I was like, damn, she said that. Yeah, there was one part where she actually attacked me and I missed it. Like even now, you guys know I look off. You know how I would normally look. Today is not it. But I really was off. I got to get myself together health wise, because it's like I can't hear bullshit. You understand what I'm saying? So, but whatever. You guys on IG, I'm live on YouTube, Lady.DTM. So yeah. So we're gonna talk about it today. We're basically just talking about kind of what's her name? The Queen Maker. Mm-hmm. We're just talking about just the things that she's saying today.
Yeah.
Because what she said is kind of like the issue.
Mm-hmm.
Now, some of the stuff she said, I'm not saying everything she said was totally wrong. If you guys haven't seen the LaPeef Let's Talk Thursday show that just passed, you guys probably would want to watch that. But I'm gonna play some of the clip today. But you know, some of the stuff she said was not totally wrong. The only thing that messed her whole argument up is that she was attacking Black men. And I don't even know if some of the guys on the panel realized that was happening.
No, they realized it. They said it.
Y'all didn't want to, some of you guys didn't want to like really address that, because when I looked at it again, I was like, damn, she's insulting Black men right in front of them, telling them they not this, they're not that. I'm like, you could, have your stance and be strong on what you believe, but you got Black men on this panel. Would you say that if you was out on the street with them and say, yeah, you're not a leader and all this stuff, like, and that's just little stuff. But, that I didn't like that part. And then, now I understand that she's a lesbian. So your queen is making these women be lesbians and not to be with men, because you know what I'm saying? So that is where the whole thing was missed.
And where do you see a queen by herself? Like, don't the queen supposed to be with a king? Like, so it's honestly, man, I look at her as a character, right? So we was kind of talking about this too. Like you see how Charleston White is a character. She is just on the opposite end of a character, right? She is trying to get the attention. She is trying to blow up. And a lot, she will, because
she blew up already. Yeah,
she will. No, to a larger aspect, like kind of like Charleston did, because she's taking some of the things that he does, right? He'd be like, yeah. I mean, she was doing that during the interview and a lot of other stuff, right? So it's just a character, man. So I wouldn't for the guys, whatever. Don't get too emotional about like having a conversation with her, because the only thing she is faking, right? Because she a baby, she was married, she had a kid and all that type of stuff, right? So she had a regular household, so she know how stuff really go down,
and she know order. She's in the military.
Yeah, exactly. Like, so if you're in the military,
in a way of like just discipline. I'm not saying like the military is the way to go and everything. No, it's just that when you're in the military, you do have to follow order. Like, this is how it's going to go. So we just want to talk about the things that she said.
And I'm in the military, so I can relate to her a lot. I seen women like her all up in the military and stuff like that, whatever. And then one of the things she said, she was an officer, so that they had to have a degree and they be leaders and all that. And a lot of that is bullshit, honestly, because a lot of officers got to follow other officers. It's always somebody on top of you. So if you're not at the top of the top, which she said she did 8 years, there's no way she was at the top of the top in the officer field. So you wasn't a leader of leaders. You know what I'm saying? You was just you was just somebody that was in the military. You probably was over a little battalion, if that, whatever, right? Because honestly, like a lot of times we don't respect the officers anyway because they don't know shit. Actually, the older enlisted people have to teach the officers how to be in the military, right? Even when they go to boot camp. So it's a lot of the stuff that, you know what I mean, that she says is kind of like BS and you can kind of see right through it. But man,
so this is an important live, you guys, because this is the issue. Everything that she's saying and portraying is destroying Black women.
Yeah.
Okay. She's gonna lead them into leaving the relationship with these Black men to be lesbian.
Yeah.
To be a lesbian or something in that sort, which is gonna definitely destroy the Black community, because guess what they're gonna do? Lesbians, what do? The ones that want kids, they're just stealing sperm.
Yeah.
Okay. Facts. And they're gonna get pregnant themselves, or
that's
they're gonna.
Not what she did.
I don't know. I don't know her entire life
Allegedly.
history.
Allegedly.
But what I'm saying is, it's destroying. If you want to have children, just have children like naturally. Yeah. You don't have to be with the same sex to get a man's sperm to have a child. I thought you didn't like them. Yeah. So that's already idiotic in itself.
But what's up, Rodney? What's going on, brother? He says, here's my question. Did the queen maker make this mindset before or after the child? Because she's saying the average man is not a leader. Then how did she let an average man impregnate her? Seriously asking. Exactly. And that's why I say this just a character, man. She in this YouTube space is you rarely find real people, genuine people that's going to give you real information, right? And a lot of times those characters, they blow up faster. So a lot of people will be doing like stuff like how we doing right now, doing real stuff, telling y'all like how it is, what's going on, and how to be married for a long period of time. And then some people, they'll continue to do that for years, and then they'll blow up maybe later, or they never blow up. But a lot of people have noticed that, hey, in order for me to break the internet, for me to get popular, I have to say the most craziest stuff. I first seen her on World Star, and they was like she was the female Kevin Samuels, right? So that's, you know what I'm saying? That was like probably months ago, and I was like, she was saying some stupid shit back then too, and I was just like, okay, like, you know what I'm saying?
Kevin Samuels was trying to keep people married,
exactly,
or get married. She's trying to have people go into the other community, which I'm not gonna bring up that name here, but so the thing is, like, you got to make sure that you are just leading people right.
He said she took her followers and hearers on a roller coaster ride about her past and bad experience with bad men. Quite embarrassing to hear on social media from a woman who have a daughter. Dang.
Yeah, daughter, exactly.
Jeez, man. Look, I'm glad she ain't got no son, because she would have hated that name. But yeah, man.
I was gonna say something I forgot already. But let's get into this reaction LaPeef video. You guys subscribe to his channel. All right. So, all right. The first clip that I'm about to play is, which view you said you like? Was it this one? No. Hold on.
I think it's that one.
Hold on. Okay.
No, not that one.
Not this one.
It was this one.
Okay. I'm sorry, y'all. We're just trying to get it together.
Yeah.
All right. So just bear with us, because I'm just trying to show. So, all right, here we go. I actually got this from one of her lives that I actually watched. Not the whole thing, but I did watch some. It was a live she had after LaPeef reacting to it or whatever. So this live right here, she's wearing a hat that says tomboy, right? What we all know as tomboys are just ladies who they're not, I don't want to say too many words. They're not being, let's say, lesbian. They're just saying that I quote unquote grew up with men and boys, and I know I act like a boy. But there are tomboys who are married and they don't want to be with women. Yeah. Okay. So, but the hats, she's with a lady. Okay. So it's like she's trying to be a man. She wants to be a leader, which is cool, but she wants to lead over a man in her relationship. And this is where the line has to be drawn. Okay. Because, there's only one leader, which is cool. And it's going to be the man. Why? There's many reasons why.
Because he has a penis.
No.
That's the stupid shit they were saying. No.
Like, for example, if let's say, all right, if we were at, let's say, what is it? Like a sporting event, right? You have to pick somebody that is going to win the entire obstacle course. Are you going to pick the weakest one or the strongest one? The strongest one, I'm saying strong, fast, all of that. Or are you going to pick the weaker one, right? Not saying the weaker one don't have skills. There are many different skills. When we talk about body strength, there are many other skills that a person that don't have that much strength in that way or fast in that way, they have other skills. It's just not physically, right? You're going to pick the strongest one to win the obstacle course. And then the strongest one is going to compete against other stronger ones, physically stronger.
At the end of the day, the reason why the man is in charge, because everything always falls on him. If you make a decision and we end up in the homeless shelter, nobody's looking at you. Everybody's looking at me. Why you got your family in the homeless shelter? So that's why the man is supposed to be the leadership position, because somebody has to be held accountable. If women wanted the accountability of men, or the same accountability that men have, whatever, they won't want that. Honestly, just being real with y'all, they won't want, if everything fails, it's all on you. Women don't want that, because it's a lot of times these ladies don't like the accountability of their actions, right? That's why they always blame somebody else, just like how she's about to blame men for everything that's going on with her, right? So that's like men blaming women for everything that's going on in their life. I don't got a job, it's because my mom wasn't there. No, you'll look at him like, nigga, shut up. Go get a job.
That's part of the reason, right? Because you're suffering. So I don't never like to dismiss people's sufferings, because people are suffering when trauma happens.
See, men, we don't get that. We don't get that.
But you don't stay in your suffering.
Exactly.
You have to move forward. Yeah. I'm gonna be clearing my throat, y'all. I'm so sorry.
It said, just said she's on a movement to restore the spirit of Jezebel and Medusa. Yeah, facts. She's not Medusa. She not only hates men, but she also hates her bio father, her brother, her grandfather, grandfather, Noah, Abraham. Exactly, man. Because, he went to the facts. Because Brianna said, I like how you answered the Bible. I would think, depending on the type of person in my life you live and want to live with, read those books. Yeah, man, because that's another thing. We're
gonna talk about it.
We'll talk about it later.
Like the video's gonna come up. I'm glad you brought that up, Brianna. We're actually gonna talk about that clip because I have it on here. Yeah. But yeah,
let's get into this.
We're gonna get into it. But okay, all right. So we're talking about her being a tomboy here. All right, tomboy. She's trying to represent being masculine, because out of all hats she could wear, she wants to wear tomboy. Right?
She want to be a man.
She wants to be a man. That's it.
Join the
and
team.
My thing is, if you want to be a man, just say that. Just say it. Just say, hey, F y'all black men. Okay?
We the new
all y'all queens. We about to be lesbians. That's all you gotta say. Just say that. Don't be trying to act like, oh, I respect the leader, man. I like that strong leader, man. I'm pretty sure you do, but you ain't with him though. So let's move on.
Can't get him.
Now she being real masculine here. This facial expression and all. She acting. Yeah. That's acting. That's like when men that like other men and they dress up like women and they put on this strong feminine. It's not really feminine because most women don't really act like that to that extreme. They extra. Yeah. She's extra right now.
Facts. Yeah.
She's doing the same thing.
Yeah, just on the other side.
Now turn it up.
Oh, she got her nails done.
Disrespect us.
She about to talk. You said she got her nails done. I mean, she trying to be.
We leave. When I leave, you leave. When I leave, you leave.
Can y'all hear that? So she's telling her tribe, right? So on the LaPeef show, she left the show because, our content creator Sweeney basically told her ass to go, and she took the opportunity to leave. So she's letting her audience know, when I leave, you leave, right? So that's why, if you notice on that show, supposedly her followers left with her. She brought her entire tribe. Okay, cool. That's what's up. Ain't nothing wrong with that. And they left, but she's teaching them not you know, you're a leader, but you're teaching them not to be a leader, because leaders don't leave and give up. Be and debate your argument. Okay,
stand on your toes.
Just stand like she's strong standing on it.
Yeah,
but then don't leave because of that. You got to just make sure you stand strong. Don't let nobody take you down.
You can't say you was being disrespected because you were disrespecting men on the panel. You told them they wasn't leaders, and then
she said it multiple times.
None of them didn't run and say, "Oh, right. I can't be on here. Y'all leave. Let's go."
So be a leader and stand strong. You know what I'm saying? You came on the show, cool. Well, don't leave because somebody told you.
Because all these content creators, these males, they depend on women's resources, and they want to take women's resources and abuse them. They want to verbally abuse you. They want to beat you up because they think you're going to sit there and take it.
But okay, so let me address this comment real quick. Let's see. Yes.
Yeah.
All right, look. So listen, leaders also don't stand around. Hey, thank you so much for commenting, Chloe. So leaders also don't stand around and let others disrespect them. I agree, but because the platform was for a debate, you don't leave your debate. Yeah. It's a debate. You're gonna get disrespected.
Both disrespected.
Both are gonna go being disrespected. Yeah. That's why the mediator, you have to be a good mediator. You got to be able to tone the disrespect down. You have to mediate. So you have to have a great mediator, and then you're just supposed to stay and stick with your debate. You don't leave your debate and then start talking crap. That's all I'm saying. That's not a leader.
Go ahead. Super chats.
Education has nothing to do with leadership. So I don't even know why we're talking about it in that way. You're talking about, if you're talking about education and hot professional degrees, you must be talking about a man that has a level of money, 6 figures, right? Something that a lot of women want to be provided for in that way. But there are men who don't have the quote unquote high level degrees, but they're taking care of their family, which is part of being a leader. I don't think it has to do with school. Education and school is kind of like two different things. You could be educated in many different things, but you don't have to go to a university. You could go to trade school, get a skill in that nature and still be a leader.
And we're talking.
Okay. So do you want to address that?
Like, that's facts. Like, and this is the problem that like I said earlier in the beginning of the show. Women shouldn't be in this conversation. Just to be frank with you, like just to be real.
It was weird.
This is
about it.
Men, when you're talking about leadership, it's supposed to be men telling other men, right? Like I had I had coworkers, right, that be doing some dirty stuff, right, to a woman or stuff like that. I'm gonna say, hey, that's dirty. You don't supposed to be doing that. Doggone well, you're supposed to be taking care of that child. You're supposed to be doing this, whatever. All right, you had a baby with her. You need to make sure you make her honest, either marry her or you need to be in that child's life, right? That's leadership. A man's supposed to be correcting another man. It's like me telling my wife how it is to be on her cycle. Like that's not a conversation for me to have with you.
I mean, not in the way that she's doing it. Like, I understand that the opposite sex could mention something that they know because they learned it from their mom, right? If you're talking about men, or learned it from their sister. It's just when you go out and do it in this manner, okay, you don't know all the facts. You can't, because you're not a man.
Yeah.
So you're saying things that you don't know because you never actually lived it. Suggesting, sure. Hey, I seen my father or I seen my uncle do this. Hey, try that. You know what I'm saying? Not attack a whole group of men.
Yeah, because you got to say they have to be educated. That's retarded to me, because a lot of times people with education and all this BS and like I tell you, I have my degrees, right? I'm working on my master's right now. That shit didn't have nothing to do with what my leadership was. I was a leader before when I was going to school, right? So all that stuff is retarded, right? I honestly, I went to school because the military paid for it. I thought it was free, right? I can work with my hands. I can do a lot of different things, right? I'm an investor, so I can easily just go off that and think about this, right? The most richest people don't have degrees. You get a degree when you're going to want to go work for somebody. You don't get a degree because you want to be a leader.
Right.
You get a degree because, hey, I want to take what I learned and work for somebody else, right? Look at Mark Zuckerberg or all these people, whatever, right? What degree Trump had? You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of these people, and he led the country. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of this stuff don't really matter, whatever. But we in our culture, we like to think, oh, because we got an education that we doing something.
Yeah.
We're talking to people who have not read a single book on leadership. The average male has not read any book on leadership. Okay. So
Yeah.
I'm telling you that slave labor and somebody giving you a job to do is not leadership, because guess what? All foot soldiers follow the commanders. Okay. They all have a job, but none of them are leaders. Okay. So yeah. So no, we're not going to boggle down leadership to a man going to work a 9 to 5 or maybe.
A person with an education is going to work a 9 to 5.
That's
If you don't have your own business, and or if you're not doing something that's to you by yourself type of deal, like you got people coming in, whatever, you're a slave. If you work for somebody, you are a slave to them, right? Because you depend on them to give you a check, right? Now, once you have your own stuff or you have your own things going, the customer is still going to be a part of that, whatever, because you depend on your customer, depending on what business that you're in, right? So that's why that's why certain conversations don't need to be had with certain people, because it's not based in facts, or it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. So I get just a little bit of her saying, I guess she's saying that some Black men should be more educated. But then when she started talking about higher degrees, that's when her argument kind of just dismissed itself, because there are, like he said, many leaders that don't even have degrees. And they get it later just to say, oh, I graduated from something, because what America says you have to do that.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, they $1 million, $1 billion rich.
Yep.
And they still trying to follow the nonsense of a degree. Degrees are not bad. It depends on what you get. But it's not like a bad thing. It's not what she's saying is not bad. Like, okay, cool. You could get educated. All right. But that don't make you a leader.
Yeah. And honestly, I'll tell you the truth, right? The reason why, because I was about to go to college when I first got out of high school. But what turned me away from college was this. Like I said, I have my degrees now because the military paid for it. But when I was going to college, when I was about to go, I was younger, and my mom was like, "Yes." And then I was like, "Mom, why are you so happy?" And she's like, "I just paid off my student loans." And I was like, "Oh, really? Oh, okay." I was like, and she was like in her 40s at this time. And I'm just like, yo, and then I asked her, I was like, what degree did you get? Because I didn't know. I was asking her, and she was like, oh, I didn't finish college. And I was just like, you just got done paying off your student loan, and that you didn't finish. And then you think I'm gonna hear that as a young boy and say, hey, I want to go to college and I want to be paying something off when I'm 40? No, I was like, I'm gonna find other options, and that's what a lot of men are doing, because they understand that either if I'm going to go to school, it's going to be for something important, right? A lot of guys are waking up to that point rather than just going to college for stupid things. And I'm not saying that women are stupid for doing it, whatever. We were just misinformed. All of us was misinformed, men and women, right? And now some of the guys are like, no, we good. We're not going to go to college. I don't like school like that. Let me go over here to a trade school. Let me go do this. Let me go start my own company or something like that, right? You know what I mean? So that's what a lot of guys are doing. So that's why a lot of guys are not in school right now.
Yeah, they just doing like work that people don't want to do. I see many hardworking men on the street, doing all that. I don't know all the terms for like the actual job titles. It'd be some crazy ass job titles I ain't never heard in my life. But people don't want to do that. Sometimes it's dangerous, and it's a very, unique type of job that you have to have a certain level of intelligence to do it. And you have to be very good with your hands. But this is what's paving the roads for everybody to drive on. You know what I'm saying? All the nice stuff that you want. There's a lot of men doing that job. I don't see women doing that.
Remember, like we was walking with our kids, right? It was me and my wife, my kids. And I was talking to my oldest son. I had talked to one of the guys. He had a vest on. Remember that conversation?
He was young. Yeah, he was like
young,
20.
Young 20-year-old,
19, yeah.
20-year-old black man. I was like, hey, yo, what's your trade? And I wanted my son to hear it. And he was like, what he said? He said some it was a trade,
something engineering,
like but it was a trade, whatever, right? And he was like, yeah, after this year, I'm gonna be making 6 figures. So he
And he
20
only
some
went to
years
school
old.
for like a couple months just
Yeah.
to do. I think you have to continue to do schooling and get trained and get certified. You know, because you work your way up to the license part.
Yeah.
But it's not like a 4-year degree. It's nothing like you know, your 4-year degree costs you $120,000. It's nothing like that.
Yeah.
But this man was doing that, and that's a form of leadership because he's taking initiative of his own life, and he's like, I want to do better for myself. That's a step there.
And he was talking to an older gentleman, whatever that was mentoring him, right? So that's the type of things that a lot of these young men are doing. And this is what I'm telling my cousins. I'm teaching my cousins this. I'm like, hey, if you're not gonna go to the military or get a scholarship or something like that and have them pay for it, go get you a trade. You can get that degree later. It's gonna hurt that you're gonna see all these people walking across stage, but I promise you they're gonna be broke as hell by the time you got your own business and you buying the houses and everything. Right, I went through the military first. Right, I'm the only one out of the boys that was buying houses earlier. I was investing. I was doing a lot of things, whatever, because I don't got that college debt hanging around my head.
Yeah, the college that's like paying,
you know what I mean. I got brothers
like
I got a brother that's a pilot. I got a brother that's that's doing like sports. You know what I mean, things with like college football and all that type of stuff. Right, so. You know what I mean? So I was able to do that things before them because they had the college debt. And they told me, my oldest brother told me, he was like, bro, don't go to school. He told me, my oldest brother, he's the pilot. He was like, bro, you know what I mean? They put me on game. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we have to do to one another. So
yeah.
What's up, Chloe? She said leaders also don't stand around. Oh, no, I already did that. My bad. It said she probably had a voice changer LaPeef Thursday, the first time being introduced her. That's funny. It said shout out to Trigger Mike for doing a good job of officiating. Yeah, what's up, Trig? And it said Chloe says you having a degree doesn't make you a leader. I agree with that. Facts, man. It's like, come on, man. We gotta stop pulling straws. You know what I mean? I understand that you have an agenda that you're trying to do. You have a character that you're trying to play. Because honestly, I think she's a good person. Like not playing that character. I think she's like a real chill, cool. You know what I mean? If you talk to her on a weekend, you know what I mean? Y'all probably have a great conversation and shit like that. Like she probably down to earth as hell. It's just a character, man. So guys, please don't, you know what I mean? Don't take it, you know what I mean, too serious. But he said she's running for vice president next to saying she skipped the internship for learning and went straight to the VIP room.
Yeah, so it's not saying don't get a degree, but don't let what she's saying make you, I only have to pick this man with a high level degree because you're gonna miss out on good men.
Yeah.
A lot of women don't know enough when it comes to the job market. All they know is doctor, lawyer, all of these type of degrees that people push to you to get, which are great degrees. They're not bad, but there is more to life than that. So if you're not looking at that pharmacist and all that type of stuff, and you see a man with, you know, that construction, I'm just using construction because that's one of the other biggest jobs here. That construction coat, you know, or something in that nature, you're not gonna be interested because you don't know about it, and you're gonna dismiss men that are doing something for themselves, making the 6 figures that most of women want anyway. You're gonna miss out on good men because you're listening to her, Queen Maker, saying only get this leader that has this. And if he ain't read a leadership book, he ain't a leader. Don't be with that nigga. That's what she's saying. Yeah. She says it all the time. So don't listen to that. Don't listen to that.
Video, baby, we're gonna make this long.
Oh, so yeah.
We're not done with this one. Let me get to these super chats real quick. So
so it was a lot of. They kept breaking you out because every time because like I said, my wife would have been the best person to kind of talk because she speak woman. It's the same language. She's speaking woman, right? So it would have been able. No, y'all could have been able to relate more, but a lot of the guys they couldn't hold it. They couldn't hold it. But.
No, but she kept like I could never say what I wanted to say because it was being cut off with these super chats. Sugar Mike trying to get these, but it was like I could never finish. You know what I mean?
Before you do that, I want to quote the numbers real quick. So, as of right now, pretty much as of 2018, the enrollment rate for black men.
Tell me what black men are doing that they think that they have the audacity to tell women to let them lead when you see that women, the majority of them are the ones with the houses. The majority of them are the ones with the education. Y'all living with them. Y'all living with your mama. The majority of y'all. Okay. So when you can flip that and show me a woman moving into your house as opposed to the other way around, then I can say, okay, well, black women aren't doing anything spectacular, but the reality is they are. The majority of them have their basic necessities taken care of, and y'all really don't.
But that's not the majority of men moving in with women. You're talking about a low scale of men.
Ma'am, the majority of people on any pyramid are at the base of the pyramid.
Also,
That's just
houses.
That's not what.
You said
All right,
houses.
so
Hold on, she just changed the whole conversation right there. So you said you talking about a small percentage of men,
That's
and
moving
then
in
she
with their
said,
girl.
and then she just
Hey,
she went,
Marcus and everybody else. I can't even see.
then she went from that to say the majority of people are at the bottom of the pyramid, right? So you just said that's a small percentage of men, and then she said people.
Yeah, then now she's talking about men and women. We're at the bottom.
Yeah.
Okay, you changing what I asked you and what I mentioned. That's what she kept doing.
This is
I would
script.
say something and she'll like change it to something else. So I understand you talking. Yeah, you said it's the script because she keep repeating like stuff that don't go with what we're saying. So yeah, I understand. With that part. Okay, people, black people, she's talking about is at the bottom. Okay.
No, the majority of everybody is at the bottom. Like that's white, Asian, everybody. Majority.
She's not talking about everybody.
I know, but when she said people, she's talking about everybody. So she said a true statement, but it wasn't shit. It ain't had nothing to do with what you were saying, right? So I guess that was to make her right or something. Like, let me. What the hell?
let me give
back.
context.
of the pyramid. That's
not the majority of men moving in with women. You're talking about a low scale of men.
Ma'am, the majority of people on any pyramid are at the base of the pyramid. That's just
houses.
All right, so let me
all I'm saying is that the men that she's speaking about that moving with their lady, all right, I've seen it too. None of us, and I'm pretty sure
nobody
on the
respects
panel
them niggas.
are saying that this doesn't happen. Sure it does. Okay, you got opportunists all over the fucking place. Cool. But that is not a majority of men. There are so many men that are working, and I'm talking about good jobs. Mm-hmm. Even the ones that's working, the mediocre jobs, at least they're not on the couch, right? At their parents' house. They're trying to do something. Maybe they need to learn a little bit more to get better and advance. But let's not talk about that, men. Most men have something going on for themselves. It's just not at the level that she's talking about. She wanted to be, and even the ones that's making six figures, right? She wanted to be a certain type of man. Yeah. And then she discredits everybody else as if everybody else is no good. And that's no. And
this is what the problem. We in the black community, we don't practice group economics enough, right? So I can say if it's a person living with his parents and they not working or something like that, they just being a bum, cool. But say if it's a guy that's making great money, right? He doesn't have a wife, he doesn't have a family, and he's moving in with his mom, right? He could be helping his mom pay the bills because she's a single parent or something like that, whatever, right? You know what I mean? It could be a lot of different situations that can be going on. And then now that's group economics, right? Now you keeping the money into the same family. Now instead of y'all splitting up two different bills, whatever, now you just got one. And then now he finds a lady and then he want to take her serious. All right, cool. Let me go buy a house for my woman.
Right. But see,
that's what the Mexicans, that's what all these other races do.
What you said is something that we should be talking about. She said it as if she's talking about the man that's not working and that's at the mom's house, right? So this is why we're trying to have this show to teach other things, more to just men that ain't doing shit. Mm-hmm. The men that are at the house, at their parents' house, right? That are working and doing what James just said, that is trying to build and save up the money. Obviously, their parents are okay with it because they understand what the person is trying to do, and they're all trying to build together. It's all about family. A lot of us don't know how to be a team anymore. Yeah, it's all about self. I'll get my one single bedroom apartment. Mm-hmm. I ain't sharing. I gotta have my space. Right. I'm not going to roommate with none of my family members, none of my siblings. Nobody that's close to you. Yep. Everything has to be. I'd rather pay $1,500 a month by myself because I'm independent. I got it. Okay, you could have it, but guess what? If you could save $700 extra, I'm saying this on rent. Yeah. So I'm saying that there are people who do live with their parents, and it's not on the scale that she's talking about. Yeah. So I don't want any lady on here to think that If you see a man living with his parents, make sure you ask questions. Don't just, oh, he living with his mother. He's a mama's boy. And you go off with the damn Steve Harvey movie. You have to make sure that you are educating yourself too, and making sure you asking questions and see, okay, and ask the man. Don't just assume.
Man, I got an open invitation for all my parents to come live with me. They already know it. So
let me give context.
Trigger Mike.
Hold on. Let me give context.
I got a question though.
For the second half of the convo, let me give a little context.
I never talked
to the video.
Mm-hmm.
Just so we don't get.
But you can still whatever. Let me see. Did we say?
No.
Oh, you said that.
This one. Take away the government assistance and the stats change. Yeah,
exactly.
And honestly, I think that's changing a lot too. Like a lot of women are actually starting to get into the workforce and actually starting to do a lot of things, right? So, you know what I mean? We got to give them some grace too as well. So, for the women that is getting off these programs, because I know we still have that issue, whatever, right? But you know what I mean? Some of these
not like I don't think it's a majority. I don't think it's a majority. Yeah.
We'll be married, love each other, and build together. So when you talk about education and going to school, some people, you don't, just because you're, let's say, educated does not mean you can't be a leader. You could still be able to lead your family. Education does not make you that, doesn't give you that ability. There are men who have high degrees and they're still not leaders.
Okay, ma'am. What leadership material have you read? Tell me one book that you have read about leadership.
The Bible.
Ma'am, that is not a leadership book.
And this is the problem, y'all. This is what's up, Sir Hell? Hey, what's going on, bro, man?
Hey, what's up? I gotta go back on your show one day. I promise. I just have to. He has, if you still doing it, he has his Sunday shows. You guys make sure you subscribe to his channel, Sir Hell Speaks.
Yo, man. And when she said that, I was like, she is finished, because it's so much leadership in the scriptures that it's ridiculous, right? Like even like with King Solomon and all the different things that he had to do. I'll just give you like one.
But not even about that. Just in the verses alone. Speaking it.
Like Proverbs, you got words of wisdom, and a man leave his house to cleave to his wife and stuff like that. It's basically telling you. It's basically saying what you don't want these men to do. It told a man to leave his household than to cleave his wife. You know what I'm saying? But you say there's no leadership in the scriptures. You know what I mean? I remember a story about with Moses. It was not Moses, but Solomon. It was they was worried about, they was talking about which baby was which, right? So Solomon so one lady was lying saying this child was hers, and another lady was saying that was telling her that there was the actual mother of the child. So now when he brought he brought both of them in front, and he said, okay, what I'm gonna do to make both of y'all happy, I'm gonna split the baby apart. I'm gonna cut the baby in half, and I'm gonna give you half of the baby. I'm gonna give you half of the baby, right? So one of the ladies was like, yeah, okay, I'm okay with that, right? So then he was like, okay, you not the mom, get up out of here. And then he gave it to the one that was crying and stuff like that, and said, okay, but I don't want this to happen right? So he was like, you have to be the mom, right? So that was a form of leadership, you know what I'm saying? Because he showed how he broke down the psychology of what was going on in that time period. So it's a lot of different things that was going on in the scriptures that was taught. It taught men how to be men. Like when I was young,
first step. You just read the.
When I was young, that's what helped me become the man I am today. It's because I was reading those scriptures, and it was convicting me
not lying
of the things that I was doing that was wrong, and I had to change some things, and I had to understand the things I had to do for me to become a man.
Everybody's different. Everybody don't, read the Bible and be like, this helped me, but it helped him. Mm-hmm. Okay, because the James before,
yeah,
and I wasn't with him with the James before. I don't even know I don't even know the James before.
Videos of me.
I was like, wow, like how did you do that? I used to ask him all the time, how did you change into, not being so rah all the time? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And now he's so nice and sweet. He comes out sometimes, it depends on what he's talking about, but for the most part, nice, sweet. Not that I don't think that she was never caring, but the way how he would come off would be more in the angry aspect. He was like always angry, and this is before the military. So I'm like, what, what's going on? So the fact that he said I use the Bible, he always told me that when we were dating in the relationship, because I was always asked, because I was kind of like admired by it. So I was like, wow, you know. So some people use the Bible to change them ways. Y'all guys already, she know that.
Yeah.
Oh, you got saved. People in, you know, this is in something simple. People say it all the time. Oh, you must found Jesus. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They say it. So the fact that she just missed the Bible, you know what? I was done after that. Because I'm like, now I'm about to talk. Yes, I could have challenged her point for sure, but like, I was too sick for that shit. I'm gonna be real with you. I was not doing it. I was done. Y'all, even if the ones who did watch the show, y'all noticed I left really, really early. I never leave the LaPeef show that early. I left like 2 hours early. Like, I don't do that. I was done. I can't do it. But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, here's what it is. He said, wait, what? The Bible is inspired by the Lord God Almighty. It's not leadership. Yeah, man. And that's why
exactly.
And the crazy thing about it, this nation was built on Christian principles. Then they came through the Bible. So for somebody to say that there's not no leadership in there, it's not a leadership book, that is ridiculous to me, because all the principles, even for you know what a traditional man is, they talking about the Bible. When they said the man is the head of the house, where do you think that came from?
And most of everyone's not everyone, but most vocabulary words are coming from this Bible that she dismissed.
Yeah. So and then the crazy thing about this too, right? So we always talk about the people that run Hollywood, the people that's running this, the people that's running this, right? The so-called Jewish people, right? So they are using the Bible to run the world, because they got all they running Hollywood, they doing all this type of stuff. They got group economics, whatever. All that's in the Bible. Y'all know it's a law in the Bible not to charge interest. It's not to charge interest to your brother. So if I say, hey, I need $20, you can't charge me $25, $30, right? That's group economics, because this society that we running on now, this one of the laws they didn't do that's in the scriptures, whatever, right? But because they Christians teach the laws done away with, whatever. But yeah, so that's one law they have that helps them. So if you want to start a business, you go get a loan from your brother that's 10, 20,000, and then now you just pay that 10, 20,000 back when you get the money. And you got to make sure you pay them back on time, because there's a law on that.
You know what?
And they running the whole damn world.
You know what I should have did? I should have swapped with his ass. Put him up there, and y'all could talk about that, because she was straight tripping.
Yeah, man.
He said, "Oh,
hey, what's up, Marcus?
Hey, Marcus,
man.
Thanks for the super chat."
Yeah, she said she's doing the devil's work, confusing, dividing black men and black women. Yeah, man. Yeah. And like I said earlier, it's just a character, bro.
To be a lesbian.
We can't take her too serious, man, because it's just a character. She's trying to build the money, to build the wealth, and she even called herself a pimp in the beginning of the show. You know what I mean?
Let's talk about that. And that's the time, you see my thumbnail. How you a female pimp, and you okay with that? You okay with being a female pimp?
Yeah.
But you mad that men are not being leaders, but you rather be a pimp. How does that make sense? It doesn't. Yeah, man. It doesn't. Yeah, and you
I can never. Too, huh, brother? Hey man, I tried, man. I tried. He said he hates your blood. Yeah, man. And I think that's what I think. So I think it's a character, but I do think she
she's dead serious. Come on.
I think she
the character. She is putting on a character, changing how she look. What's up, Ricky?
Hey, what up, Ricky? What's going on, bro?
How you doing? Putting up a character as a front.
Thank you. See, Brianna, see what I'm saying?
She's lying, but she's dead. If she marries that lady that she with, she dead ass. Period.
Yes. And then the crazy thing about it, she's gonna be the man in the relationship. And she gonna
Is she? You see her posing.
You gonna say she the leader? Oh man. Oh snap. She said she a female pimp. I don't get yeah, man.
I don't get that fascination.
Yeah, man.
I don't understand.
and I'm like, pimp is like a negative term.
That's what I'm saying. She's okay with that. But you're talking bad about people, but you're okay with, oh yeah, they call me a pimp.
Yeah, they're like, oh yeah, they call me a drug dealer. Yeah. I be slinging them rocks, like what the hell?
Okay.
She said she doesn't hate men. She understands women are easily misled. Facts. And I was thinking about it was because she was talking about it early in the show too, and she was talking about the way to lead people and stuff like that and all this. And a lot of people don't understand. Like, it's easy to lead people. It's been so many cults that's been created, so many different religions that's been created, and people have changed, and people have gone on and fallen. I'm trying to think of the one he made them all drink poison and kill themselves. You know what I'm saying? So it's easy to get people, man. Honestly, man.
But they say that she's creating a cult. That's what they call her stuff.
Hell, man, this gonna be the single women cult.
You could still be able to lead your family. Education does not make you that. It doesn't give you that ability. There are men who have high degrees and they're still not leaders.
Okay, ma'am. What leadership material have you read? Tell me one book that you have read.
You could have said any damn thing, and she would have said no. You should have told her, "Hey, them white men that wrote your books is they can't lead." And you got that video that one in here with the white man. She said all of her books written by white man. Okay, all right.
About leadership.
The Bible.
Ma'am, that is not a leadership book. So you don't have any knowledge, education, or understanding on the principles of leadership, but you're talking about leadership, and then y'all wonder why, as women, you choose the wrong males.
See, you see that? I was so fucking sick. I didn't hear her say that shit to me.
No, you shaking your head like no.
No,
like,
not to that.
Oh, you talking about like the slight dish that she?
Yeah,
okay,
I didn't hear the dish.
Yeah.
Come on now, y'all know that was not my best show in fucking history. I let her tell me something like that, and I didn't even hear it.
Yeah.
I heard it when I was editing this video. I said, no, she didn't. And I'm like, why? Why did I let her? You know what I'm saying?
But that's the point. So the people like that with the character, they try to get you triggered, and they want you to act up, whatever. So they can see, I got it.
You see how she's I wouldn't be act. See, I never. The thing with y'all, y'all never really seen me really get into my real true character. I be nice on these shows. I don't do all that because that's what she want me to do. I would never give her that. Y'all ain't never seen me do it.
Yeah, man. Say a book. What real world experience do you? Exactly, man. And
Ricky, you should wait.
And I was like, what
you
the
should have
results?
been on that show. I was, you know what? When she was on there, I never seen her before until the show, and I was understanding what's going on. But after the show, I was like, yo, whoever asked her to come should have asked a certain set panel to come on it. Ricky, you should have been up there easily, big time, like.
But yeah, what I was saying, you made me forget what I was saying. But it said the next time Lady died, said no matter how ridiculous she or anyone sounds, you gotta challenge their points. Period. Facts. I told her that too, man. To be real with you, no. Right after she got out of that shit, I was like, man, you gotta make sure you hold these women accountable and stuff like that with these type of situations because you got a bigger platform because you actually have. You one of the rare ones that actually can challenge everything that she's talking about because you live in it. Like you got everything that these women talking about they want in a man and all this blah 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 blah, all this type of stuff, right? And so you already got the results, you got the receipts. She don't. So how is she talking about something that she don't even much have in her household? She's talking about you don't have the knowledge or blah blah. She got the damn knowledge from me. That's why you calling her a pick me because she got the knowledge from me. You know what I'm saying?
That's what they say. Yeah.
You said she's always on men's side, blah 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 this and blah 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 that, whatever, right? But don't you mean that a man is leading her?
But I'm married to a man, so when she gets married to her lady, then when she wants to follow you, you're gonna tell her no, don't listen to me. Don't have the understanding of men that you're supposed to have. It's called respect. When you get in a relationship, just have respect.
It's just crazy.
Because you choose males on ignorance, not on knowledge, right? So you don't even have the ability to assess what a leader actually is. Because let's keep it a buck. Women are choosing the wrong men. Are they or are they not?
Yes, they are.
Okay, so why are they choosing the wrong men? Because they're ignorant.
Ignorance.
But didn't you do that?
Oh,
okay, because you about to divorce this man that you ain't fully divorced yet. So can we?
And you got a baby by this man.
We all talk about what we did. Most of us on here talk about what we've done that was wrong. You never acknowledge what you're doing. Yep. Since you're divorcing him, that means that you picked wrong, right? Mm-hmm. So that's what you're preaching. So you're preaching so hard to hate these or to not be with a certain type of man, and she's saying it in a way where they have to have this, they have to have that, but you did it. So let's talk about your mistakes, and then you could teach people from your mistake.
She just torpedoed our own argument.
Exactly.
I agree.
No,
So
no,
let him keep going, bro.
No,
That's
no,
what I'm saying.
no, no,
hold
no,
on.
no, no,
You-
no, no,
I
no,
just
no,
said
no,
that.
no,
Hold on,
no, no,
Princella.
Let
I
her,
said
let,
that.
let her drown.
All right,
Let her
one
I
mic,
said
one
that
mic.
women
no,
One mic.
cannot
no,
be
no.
Let it die.
leaders.
Let her drown. Let her
All
drown.
right,
No, no,
hold
this
on.
is not a drown.
Let her
The
rebut, and then
majority,
y'all got it next. Go ahead.
the majority.
Listen, I was done. Not just so.
Stop playing Chanel.
That's what I'm saying. Not so much with the conversation because I like these conversations, but I was literally done. Like my energy was not. Do y'all know before I got on that show, I got ready during the timer. I don't do that. I'm ready already. Like I was tired. I was sick and all that.
People are on the bottom of the pyramid. People on the bottom of the
keep saying that.
pyramid. Yeah, because they're not leaders. The majority of people are not leaders in the Black community because the Black community is at the bottom of the socioeconomic pyramid. So here's what I'm trying to tell you. The first part of leadership, hey, leaders are readers. Black folks, including Black women, do not even study leadership. You don't, Black men.
She just messed up an argument again. She said Black men and Black women are not leaders. So then earlier you just said, why should a Black woman listen to you? Like it's so who's gonna be the leader then? Somebody got to do the shit.
There's not even that. There's nothing wrong with reading. So I don't know if she's thinking that us on there was no. You should read. You should read a lot, actually. Especially when you become an adult. Read. You gotta read. Read everything you do. You gotta read, and don't be lazy. Pick up a book. Pick up an article. Pick up something and educate yourself. Yes, you should do that, but you don't have to be. That doesn't make you a leader at all.
Let me jump in because with all due respect, you starting to babble. So because you starting to say the same thing over and over again. First of all, leadership first comes from the person that created you. First God, and then your father. Okay, so all these people.
Your face, what? Hold on. Nigga, that's when you start.
You did this.
I'm like hello, that's what I'm saying. I did. No more. I dropped it and it shattered. I wasn't coming back, okay?
Running around, with an education, that's cool. But did your ass have a daddy, right? So when you are, I didn't interrupt you. The human brain forms the majority of its neurons between 0 and 7. Ain't nobody going to college between the ages of 0 and 7. So if your ass ain't have no daddy, if you didn't learn structure, if you didn't
Black people are failing due to ignorance. So neither one of y'all understand leadership. And guess what? Y'all keep acting like leadership is in the ball sack, which is the reason why you're failing too as Black males.
Yo, Marcus, Illa for sure. That's why I'm like, y'all, who picked the panel? Ricky, Illa, it's so many people I can name that literally that y'all do this. Y'all would never let her say that to you. Like, y'all would get her as so good because she's talking about y'all. You would. I'm not saying people on the panel didn't do that. I'm just saying it's a certain type of argument, a certain type of person that can really get down and not kind of like what she's doing. She's standing firm on what she's saying. She's saying on that bullshit, right? And then you got people that could really challenge what she's saying. And I'm talking about a Black man.
Yeah. Hey, what's going on, Trav? She said the Queenmaker is speaking on her experiences and many other Black women who get involved with Black men. Isn't she correct about Black men's position in society? I would say I would say somewhat, because in order to tell a lie, you got to tell us the truth, right? So if she says we're at the bottom socioeconomically, yes, I would say that we only people under us is Hispanic people, right? So we number 2 in the last place and stuff like that, right? But in order for that to change, we have to have strong families, right? If you look at the Asian community, because the Asian community is number 1, right? So what the Asian community does well is families. And then when they have families, they have a structure, they have a culture, they have equity in homes because they're able to put their resources together, the man and the woman, because when you see an Asian woman, what is she normally? She's a dentist, she's a doctor, she's doing something, whatever, and then they put their money together, right? When they first came over here, they didn't start off being dentists and doctors. What they started off doing was doing trades. They tried to own stores. They did own nail salons. They did those type of things in order to build the culture of their community first. Then they created their own towns, just like how black men did in the 20s with Black Wall Street and all these different businesses that we did. We built our own communities, even though they was destroyed. But black men have shown that they can do this, right? But number one has to be done is families have to get back together. We can't be, black men, go over there and build every damn thing. And then once I'm going to be out here over the beach, bitching and complaining that y'all ain't did shit. And then now I want y'all to come over. Once y'all built everything, now I can say I can respect y'all. Right?
Wait. But you got to read the leadership book first.
Oh, yeah. Then we got to read a whole bunch of leadership books.
Wait. The ones that she said.
Yeah. And not by a black man, because black men don't write. Black men don't write leadership books, right? You can't find no black leadership book that a black man has wrote. Right? Oh, okay. Yeah. So that's what they want. So this is the problem in our society when black women are talking about black men. That's really the issue. So.
Right.
So if a person does not value education, I don't care if it comes from the streets. Listen.
So you threw out my Bible to say you don't care if it comes to the streets, from the streets. Okay. You sound dumb.
I don't care if it comes from the streets or if it comes from the classroom. If you do not value education and transforming your mind to learn more, you are an ineffective leader, period. And one thing about black males is that they do not value education.
That's bullshit. That's bullshit.
That's
bullshit.
No, you said
that is bullshit. Because you just torpedoed the whole argument again.
I just want to know. So when you talk about leader, I understand you saying they have to read books to become a leader or a better leader. So that's the only way, is education and just reading books. There's no other way for a man, is what we're talking about, to become a leader in your eyes.
And the reason why I asked for that is because that's all she was saying. She didn't give like others, points. It was just you have to be, and you have to have a degree, a high education, and all that stuff. And that's all she said. Give me more. There's more to leaders than just your degree. So.
How would you know if you're doing anything right if you don't have anything to line it up?
You get off the results in your life.
No, seriously.
Because people follow you.
People follow you. People follow a bunch of dummies. Listen, people follow a bunch of dummies. Okay, so here's the thing. And if you just go look at
the guys are like, yo, they going crazy because of the stuff she's saying. Like, it's crazy.
Wait, did I miss?
No, you good. It was
people follow a bunch of dummies. Okay, so here's the thing. And if you just go look into Think and Grow Rich, let me tell you something. There are 30 major causes of failure in life, and there are 11 failures to leadership. Do you know that black men check off all 11 boxes? And do you know that black men check off all 30 major failures of leadership? But you know what? Since black men don't read nothing about leadership, they don't. Black men. That's what you don't listen.
But wait. Okay, Bruiser on now. He about to shut some of that shit down. That was good, but she said there's 30 things that's checked off. No one asked, well, what is the 30? She would have never answered the question properly. Yeah. What are these things?
They said the way lady died, waved her hand and the man coming. It said Mr. Lego calls black women stupid and idiots. He is very verbally abusive to black women. That is very telling. He is always in his emotions, and which is not masculine. He also seems to be quickly lacking credential. I don't think he called them stupid. You ever heard him call them stupid? I heard you call them children.
Come on, we know Mr. Lego got that mouth. He gonna let them know. Yeah. It
says, and the woman that followed her and Cynthia G. Oh my God, yeah, man. Cynthia G, man, she on another level though. That's crazy, man.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, this is my problem with what she keeps saying. Because first she started with black men. This is misandry. First she started off with black men. Then she said, hold on. First she started with black men. Black women and black men. So I let you talk. Then you go right back to black men again. Why are you attacking?
Why? Because Mr. Let Go just said follow your father, the male.
Follow your wait, so follow your father, the male. She's saying no, don't do that. So, and we're not talking about fathers that don't do shit. So that's why I'm asking, like I asked her, I don't think I clipped that, but what type of men are you talking about, since she's saying all black or majority of black men? Majority of black men is not like that. Yeah. So I want to know what specifically, who the hell are you talking about?
They just came out.
So naturally, men are supposed to follow their dads. That's the first leader they know.
And they said too, majority of black men, they said we are the most involved fathers and all this BS and all this type of stuff, right?
Yeah, there was an article they made about that.
So if black men are saying, okay, we've been known to hear all these women saying, hey, you need to be in your children's life. All right, cool. We adjust to that, right? We hear what women are saying. All right, cool. Let's get into these kids' lives and stuff like that. Let's make sure we be a father figure and blah 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 blah. Right? And then the things we get is fuck you. Basically, it's like, oh well, you niggas still ain't doing nothing.
And your father is not a leader, so don't follow that son if she ever had one.
Yeah. I can have a baby with him, but you better not follow his ass. What? He said she failed much in her past and the bad decision making. She should be the last person on earth to ridicule and scrutinize others. Yeah, man. It's correct.
Hey, Trigger Mike. The irony is that all the books on her shelf belong to men. So she's getting all her leadership from the men. She say that.
Yeah. And now one of them is by a black man. Woo, damn. Yeah.
So it is true.
Yeah.
She hate black men.
Hold on.
So she can so black men never wrote a leadership book.
So, see, at first, I wouldn't, at first, when you listen, you wouldn't all the way think that she hates a black man until she made that statement.
Yeah. And then on top of that.
And then she laughed at it. Like, hey, like, that means you don't like black men then.
And then on top of that, right, a lot of these pro-blacks would say that the Bible was written by a white man, right? I don't believe it was written by a white man, but they say, hey, the Bible was written by a white man. And then now they say I don't agree with the Bible. It's not leadership. But the white men that wrote her books, that I bet that's probably Christians that wrote her books that they put their thoughts, they got it from the Bible and put it in that book, whatever some of the principles that's in the Bible. Oh, but you don't want to agree with that book though, huh? It just shows how much you don't read.
Hank, man, we need you on that show.
What's up, Hank?
You should have been on that show too. I don't think it would have been enough room. All these people I just mentioned, there's a lot of you guys that would have been great on there. I know you would never let her say no crazy shit like that.
No, Pink would have went crazy on her.
But that's what we need.
But no, you don't need that.
We needed not in an emotional way. We're talking about the set because that was so disrespectful.
But no, she was just trying to.
It was so insulting.
She don't believe this shit, baby. There's no way she believes this.
She do. You gotta hit her good, and I ain't saying you crying and saying no. Well, you have to learn how to talk to her, and there are certain people that can do that.
Try once said the Queen Maker was invited by LaPeef to be on the panel. Yep, and T Mike did not demand respect. Gerard needs to apologize for the poor treatment she received. Black men are all the way around.
No,
that's I think you're going too far with that one, Travel.
That's a terrible comment.
Most of the time, I'll be with you, Travel, but not on this one.
No, because she started off disrespecting black men, period, like from the jump.
Yeah, and then honestly, on this in this type of stuff, whatever this is the type of stuff this environment comes with, right? And like we said earlier, if we just sitting down talking, she's probably a cool chick to be talking around and chilling, whatever, right? But she's playing a character and stuff like that. And a lot of people on these panels and stuff like that, they not being their authentic self. They just got a character that they have to put out there and stuff like that. You would meet these people in person, they the most down to earth, coolest people.
But the sad thing is, even if she's faking, she has a large live following that's listening to the nonsense. That means that she believes what she's saying to do that.
No, most of those people are doomed already. They'll never get a relationship. They'll never get married, or they'll never have a successful, happy life, right? But the small majority that she probably would deceive, they will figure it out sooner or later.
It's not a small majority.
I'm talking about the small people.
Oh, I'm like it's a lot of them watching her.
Yeah,
I know. With that nonsense.
Yeah, but smaller people, smaller group of people will understand that. Hey, I got deceived because a lot of these.
Oh, I had there was one
be like they screwed. So.
There was a lady that I had a screenshot. I meant to put up here. She said, "I rebuke her. You ain't gonna change me." That's what she's trying to do.
Exactly.
She's trying to change women.
She's trying to get y'all to be lesbians. This is all right. It said no black man needs to stop bashing black women. Do that on this score with cease. Black men keep on going for some reason. Man, honestly, like I don't think black men be bashing y'all like that. We just tell y'all the facts, what's going on, right? If a lot of these single moms and stuff like that, whatever, will teach the younger women and stuff like that to change how and you see how I'm saying the older women teach the younger women. I'm not even telling the man to do it. I'm telling the older women to teach the younger women. You see how I said certain conversations don't supposed to be had? Like a woman don't supposed to be telling a man how to be a leader, right? So these older women need to be telling these young ladies, hey, don't make the same mistakes I made, right? Just like I remember Tommy Sotomayor had said this a while ago, like your dad will tell you, hey, son, don't be like me. I wasn't shit, right? I did your mom wrong. I did this, right? You're rarely hear a black woman saying that type of stuff. And that's the only thing we need. You know what I'm saying?
It's just
it's not saying that you're a bad person. It's just saying like, hey, let's help get these women to the next level. Hey, this is my mistakes. This is why I mess up at. I'm gonna tell my sons this too. Hey, son, I messed up right here. Make sure you watch out for these type. Don't do this. Don't do this. This is a good woman right here. This is not a good woman. Stay away.
You have to learn the difference between correction, right? Because correction is what some people are doing, and then you got bashing. It's two different things. Just because someone corrects you, if you talk about single mother, just someone corrects you and say, hey, why did you do or make this poor choice? You already knew he wasn't going to be anything. I'm just saying for the men that are not, wasn't going to be anything. You know he wasn't going to marry you. You know, you may be a good person, but the person you chose is not a good person.
Yep.
That's just correction. Yeah, and then now you make more babies from more men like that or that same dude. So now you're just getting correct. You should, getting corrected so you won't do these mistakes no more. Yeah. So it's a big difference. I'm not talking about all black. Yeah, I'm not talking about all men.
She do say we talk equally about each other. Facts. Man, we do. Sometimes some guys are all extra and shit, but
exactly.
Let me get a few more. Then we gonna chop it up. All right, Marcus Evans. Her hatred of black men is strong. Who hurt her?
Come on. No, she does not hate black men. She just has.
My man, sophisticated jerk. Y'all check out his channel.
She does let go. After she said that about the books, man. Come on. Because if Mr. Lego, if you wrote a book about leadership, she ain't gonna buy that shit.
Hey, we know what Miss Andrew look like when we see her.
To Curve's point, I've seen actually in person a guy act a certain way because the lady was making more money or getting more attention. And those type of men are not men at all. No. That type of guy is somebody that shouldn't even be in a marriage, shouldn't even be in a relationship at all. My husband paid for both of my degrees, and he does not care less if I make more than him, because the degree that I have is going to probably make more than him, unless he gets a degree in a sense that is going to be higher than mine. I'm talking about the major. We're talking about all majors and career choices that people make. Naturally, some of them is not just going to make a lot of money. There's some people who get a bachelor's degree in psychology, right? But you got to keep going up and get a doctorate to make serious money. Some people stay at a certain level, right? Because maybe they have different career choice. Maybe they want to do business. It's a lot of ways to make money. But at the same time, when you married, everything goes in one account.
Exactly.
One account. You split it and you pay your bills and you do things that you have to do together. So it's not about that when you're in a marriage.
Gonna make
facts.
She didn't. Yeah. But she don't get it.
But and the crazy thing about it, whatever, right? I seen like, because I was watching the comments, whatever, right?
Oh,
you had mods.
Oh my god!
Like if y'all go to this point, you got mods talking crap about her degrees, right? So you have women that wants to be in a situation that wants to be married. I think that's about to be married, possibly, whatever, talking stuff about her degrees, right? Or she got a degree in basket weaving or something like that, or you know what I mean, being disrespectful. Oh, he just setting her up to leave her. I'm just like, why the fuck I'm gonna put her in a situation for her to be making more money to me, then I'm gonna leave her.
There was some other comments. Let me pull it. There was some other comments. Hold on, let me read my
people
comments.
Are stupid out here, man. Like a man is going to want to uplift his woman, right? We've been together for 10 years, y'all. Like we've been together for 10 years, right? Y'all see the damn, you know what I mean? The before the show, the intro,
the intro.
You know what I'm saying? Like we've been together for 10 years. Like I'm not worried about her fucking leave me and shit like that, whatever, right? And if she did, whatever, at least she'd be in a better situation.
You
know
see,
what I'm
he
saying?
still
Like,
care about me. He said if I leave him, I still be in a better situation.
But this is
a good man.
That's what I'm saying. This is what a marriage is, right? You want the best for who you're with and stuff like that. Whatever. Not you ain't trying to compete or do all that dumb shit that y'all doing.
So this was the comments. Now I wasn't reading the chat that day, but I went back and I seen it said he invested in you to make money for him, right? Then they got he sees you as a money investment. That's all. Isn't he like 20 years older than you, like your dad? So now he's saying you're my dad because you help get help me get the degrees and stuff.
And this is the women that's following her.
It says, free yourself, ladies. They cannot survive off without women. Lady dies doing men's work.
It's crazy. Like, and this is what they got.
All because I said that he helped me get my degree. This is what you women like. You want men to pay for every fucking thing, but he can't pay for your education.
Yeah,
but he could pay for your Gucci
I can pay
bag.
all the bills, right?
He could pay for your red bottoms and them big ass fucking eyelashes, right? Yep. He could pay for your $300 weave, and I'm talking about the hair costs $300. You got to pay for the people to install that shit, which is another $300. So $600 a month. You want him to pay for all of these things. You want him to pay for this nice ass house.
Yep.
But when I say that I had somebody that actually volunteered, I didn't ask him to pay for nothing. I was going to do it myself and try to make sure that my loans are going to be lower. He offered to help me out. He didn't have to. He could have gave it to the kids that we have. We got 3, 4, right? So what I'm saying is you mad at me for saying something that he decided to do. But y'all want men to pay for stuff all the time.
Yep.
Okay, but
I want men
but
to
then
invest.
you're gonna talk negatively about somebody doing something nice
that you did that you want.
Because that you want.
They'll say, I can't wait till a man love me and care about me, invest in me, be loyal and blah, 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 and all this type of stuff, right? But then when you see a woman that got that, whatever, right, you disrespect her. Make that shit make sense. Oh, she's a pick me because she's getting led by her man. How that shit make sense? You said, men, y'all need to be leaders, right? Black men are not leading today. She has a man that's a leader and that's taking care of her. She was a stay-at-home mom for a long period of time because we was having a lot of kids back to back and stuff like that, whatever. So all that type of shit that, remember Kevin saying was, hey, or do you want to work to pay significant bills when you're pregnant and all that bullshit that he used to say back in the day? And then they used to say, no, she did all that shit. But now y'all
when I used to watch Kevin Samuels, and I don't want to talk about this, like when I used to watch Kevin Samuels, I was like, he's talking about like my life. Like I did the stuff that he said, but that's another topic.
Yeah.
The comment on the I hear echo. I'm just gonna make a comment on the leadership thing real quick. Okay. I hate to break it to you though. All of the leadership characteristics and traits, they come from the nature of a woman. And yeah, but that's just neither here nor there, but you can go read that yourself.
All right, so go ahead.
Yeah. You was gonna say something?
Right there. Yeah.
You see, she was trying to diss them. She waited for someone to react. No one gave it to her, but she waited for someone to react. And then you got something to say? Like that, these are insults. She disrespected the entire black men on the panel. Period. It was ridiculous. So I don't know. Travel, when you keep saying she didn't. Yes, she did. She did it just right there.
Hold on, let me go to some of these comments.
Wait, so I moved my finger. We messed the whole thing up.
My bad.
Okay, so
we was
no.
I think we was right here. No, you said no. Oh no, I think we did that one. I actually ignore her. Yeah, man, I did too, bro. Say save yourself. Say shout out to the pick me's. It says he said black men call degrees basket weaving, and when black women attain one because it's not a STEM degree. That's the only thing they
need a degree. If you can't just get a degree. I said this on the live.
Yeah.
Don't waste your money on shit that's not gonna pay for nothing. It's not gonna help you pay off your loan. You're gonna be 60 years old. You gotta get a career that's really worth your while.
Yeah.
You have to, or you're gonna set yourself up for failure. And this is not just men. This women I'm talking about. They wasting time.
And this is
and then you cry that you want a man to help you out because you can't pay your damn bills. Why did you pick that degree?
See, and this is what men are trying to do, right? Men are not bashing women because they say they got basketball degrees. They want you to look at how much the degree that you make. Because even going back to Kevin Sanders, when he used to interview these women, he's like, "Hey, how much your degree is going to make once you get out of college?" A lot of them didn't know, right? So we don't want, especially if I'm going to marry you, right? This is one of the questions I asked my wife now before we got together. I say, "Hey, how much student loan debt you got?" Right? If she would have told me 100,000, I probably wouldn't be here right now. I'm dead ass serious.
But the reason why he's saying that
because I would have to pay for that shit. Because after we had these kids, how long you been staying home?
I was staying home for 7 years.
7 years, right? Of her not working because we having kids, we having a family. All that shit is gonna come down on me because I'm gonna have to make sure I factor in that to pay those loans down and stuff like that, whatever, because all that debt is coming jointly. So if you're going to get a degree, I would prefer you get into something that's going to make us money. And this is why it's an important conversation because a lot of people, because when we first got together, she only had 10 grand in debt, in college loan debt. That's it.
But that's what a leader looked like. You see how he said I still have to pay for it.
Yeah.
That's leader just taking initiative and being responsible, right? Leaders lead over people. They don't lead over themselves.
Yeah, man. And this is the only thing black women are trying to get y'all to see.
In that way, not a negative way.
Black men are trying to get y'all to see. We're not trying to say, hey, we don't respect what y'all doing and stuff like that, right? Cool, go get your degree, try to be successful, and try to do that, whatever, right? But what black women are earning 30, I think it's like $30,000, $36,000 some dollars a year, the average salary. And I think black men are like 42 and all that type of stuff, right? So y'all are going to college more than us, but still making less money than us, right? We want our women to make more money than us.
There's so many women that I know that pick a stupid degree. Stupid means you don't earn enough. You know, you look at the earnings, the average earnings is low.
Mm-hmm.
Go to school because you're already paying a lot for your school, so you got to do your math. Yeah. Now, some women maybe just not know to look this stuff up, which is okay. This is where you learn. You learn from somebody. Sometimes, you know, you're going to learn that and you make your changes, but don't just rush to go to college just to say I went to college and I graduated. I walked across the stage. When you you do that for high school, but when you become an adult, you got to move up from that.
Yeah. Yep. Fact, 7 years. Nice. He said, yeah, James, man, she had her own encouragement army building. Yeah, man. They blocking logical comments and common sense over there. And there's a hell of a whole platform. Yeah, man.
I
feel sorry for him, honestly, man. That's real talk. Because I want all of us to win. And honestly, a lot of them are not going to win. Some going to come out, but we'll see, man.
Nature of a woman, biologically, females all around nature, including women.
So this breakdown is why she said that men come from women's leadership, that statement.
Okay.
She's going to break it down here.
They are resource dependent, not male dependent. And the original resources that we use, planet Earth provided, right? So now you get into structure or social structure where you have marriage and all of this stuff. So what the elites did is they took over nature's resources and created an artificial resource called fiat currency. And they created these artificial structures and put humans in them. And then they gave those artificial resources to males to put them in control over women. And this is where the problem comes in. Women are a natural resource to men, right? They're just like cars, money, all of these objects.
No. That's why the Bible calls them a helpmate. So you're a resource because you're supposed to help me get to the next level, right? So she basically saying what the Bible says. But
no, wait a minute. You need women for everything. You need women for sex. You need women for encouragement. You need women for family. You need women for everything that you can think of. So
helpmate.
Because of that, you can laugh all you want to, right? Because y'all, you wasn't laughing when nobody else was talking. So I know I'm hitting the nail right on the head. Yeah. Hold that. Put your mic on mute.
All right. Just go ahead.
All right. Okay. All right. So since y'all need women for everything, a woman would be dumb to allow a male to come in with nothing.
Nothing, right? Yeah. Ain't nobody got time to be y'all mama. Ain't nobody got time to be giving you your greatest biological reward, which is sex, children, family, and all of that. Hey, that's just the bottom line. So I don't encourage women to allow men in their lives on some pretense of love, because the reality is, because I'm the one out here telling women that men are incapable of love. So men can't love you, and they need you for everything. You better not.
See, this is the bullshit. See, I was with her until she said men are incapable of loving, right? So I was with her, like, honestly, like, all right, cool. Men supposed to be providing, biblical. Women, men supposed to be leading and doing what they're supposed to do for the family and all that type of stuff, right? Because we have to take care of our resources, which is a woman, right? Because when you get a resource, you still have to take care of it. I can have 1,000 pounds of gold outside, but I ain't doing shit with it. That resource don't mean nothing, right? So if I started selling, I started trading, I started making moves with that resource. Now that resource becomes something, right? So it's when she said men are incapable of loving, that's fucking ridiculous, because men are willing to die for women. We have been doing it since the beginning of the time,
and women don't want to die for men. So
exactly.
I don't know what type of love.
That's
a level of love.
What type of love did you say that men are incapable of? Like, it's ridiculous to me, right? Because the only difference with you got the caring, the love and caring in here in this one.
I think so.
Yeah, let's see.
Accept them for nothing, not to just pay a light bill and they're getting all these other rewards. Nah, I reject that.
Wait.
I think that's different.
Okay.
Yeah. So with that, right? Men, she said men are capable of love, because later on they asked her, like, hey, all right, so you got she said men are okay with caring, they can care, because she said she has this one. She broke down that she was a baby. Well, she was married, and then she's the
Ali brought that one out.
Yeah, Ali brought that out. I said now she's married, getting a divorce, and then she has a great father figure that's in her life, which is her son. And go sleep. Go sleep, Eli.
Which kid is that?
Eli. Hey, go to sleep. Go get in the bed. But sorry, y'all. But she said, he got pissed. He got mad. But she said that he is a great provider, great man, and all this type of stuff, right? But they just couldn't work it out. So if that is the case, she said he can care, he can show care.
Oh, you talking about what she said about her? So when Ali brought up the dad, her baby's father.
Mm-hmm. Well, no, he's a husband.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Well, he's about to be
put some
your
respect
ex.
on it now. Like,
he about to be your ex-husband now.
But so she said they're able to care but not love. So the only difference between love and caring is that love is you doing it for a particular person, a specific person, right? But caring, you can care. I can care for the world, right? But I don't love the world. I'm not going to die for any old person, right? I'm going to treat I'm gonna treat my kids a certain way, but I'm not going to treat everybody else's kids like how I treat my kids, right? So that's the difference between love and caring, right? So men are capable of love. That's another fallacy argument that she has. But yeah, man. You say you want to play the video?
No. There's no more. So that's what I got right now for the LaPeef reaction. I think we never done a LaPeef reaction.
Yeah, man.
But this one, it was so profound. Because it's destroying the community talking like that.
Yeah,
that's all.
Yep, but yeah, let's go and get to the comment section. It says that men are to be givers in a marriage. That is what their husband is to do, is give a life, taking care of that. He is not to make her feel guilty if he elevated her lifestyle and paying for courting her. Yeah, okay. I don't think nobody says lay down already and say that's not a man. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I don't think we were saying anything like that. Said bird logic.
That's what that is. Bird.
It said Priscilla foolishly talks. It found directly in the book of Genesis 3, 4, and 6. That's what I'm saying, man. A lot of what she's doing is proving the Bible. We was talking about that too as well, right? About how she's operating, and she's actually agreeing with what the Bible says. She just don't know it. Her thoughts come from the enemy of God, referring to the serpent. She teaches woman is God. Yep, you said I will be like God. Exactly. It says
thanks for the super chat, Marcus.
He said, "What's up? I appreciate it, Mark." He said, "Y'all know her going against men, she also is going up against the Most High.
Yeah,
facts, man. And that's the
that's the saddest part,
because that's why when she brought the Bible in and you see how she responded to it with
it's so disrespectful to the Bible.
Exactly, like right. So like a lot of like Nat Turner, like all these different people that use the Bible to get to where we was at to free us and honestly, in the 20s, that was a big part of our life. A lot of people, they depended on the church. Even with the civil rights movement, they depended on the church. They had the meetings at the church and stuff like that, whatever, right? So even a lot of the freedoms of what she's enjoying right now, a lot of black men and black women got together and said, hey, let's do this crap together, right? But what they trying to do now, they have agents that's trying to destroy the family. That's why we have our channel, and that's why we just showing y'all real life stuff, whatever. So y'all can take it and y'all can say, hey, it is people out there like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
You don't got to look at all this foolishness that's out in the world. It's actually people out here that's doing it. They've been together for a long period of time, have a lot of kids, whatever. We probably gonna have some more, you know what I'm saying? And then one day we'll show y'all as they get older, man. So but a lot of this stuff, man, we gonna have to stop ignoring them. Let them build their island for themselves. Go over there, you know what I mean? Since y'all so resource dependent, go over there and build your own place up. And then y'all live on the island and be playing with each other all day. Y'all can do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is, man. So, facts. So he said, pray for her.
Forgot what I was gonna say again.
Man, honestly, man, and that's what I was saying earlier, man. We as a people, man, we too divided, right? And in order for and this is what another thing the scriptures say, in order for to bring a house down, you first got to bind up that strong man. So in order for you to tear that house down, you got to get that man out of the house. You gotta lock that dude up or take him over, right? So now once you take over that household, when that man is not there, because that man provides structure, you have to get him out of the house. So now since they got the man out of the household, now we have these different doctrines coming up, because 50, 60 years ago, people can't be saying the same bullshit that they saying right now, because those people be like, nah, go out of there. Even the women would have been like, no. But it's getting to the point that wives they looking at wives like they're the bad person.
Yeah, it's weird.
Like, you a wife? Why would you?
Why would you
do that?
Why would you be with a man? They don't even like you like that.
Yeah, like
they'll even now. Let me tell you. On a side note, even now as a wife right now, I get constantly reminded, like, being a wife is so hard. Being a mother is so hard. How do you do this? Yeah. Every month, it's always somebody new saying it, and it's like you're defeating yourself. So, she's trying to save women from men that are so-called bad. And there's women who's trying to do the same. It's not just her. There's other women doing the same thing. Even wives. That's why I was saying before, not all wives are good. Yeah. There's wives literally complaining about their life that they created. Yeah. You wanted the life. You got it. Mm-hmm. Your man is not bad. I'm not talking about, I'm talking about good men. Your man is not bad. You're just overwhelmed from whatever your reasoning is, but you have control over your life, right? So if you're working a job and you get overwhelmed at your job, what are you going to do? You're going to suggest change, right? Or you're going to leave. Most people leave because they want to give up, but you should suggest change. Make it better. What can you do to do better? Just like in your relationship with your man, your, you being a mother to your children. What can you make better or change to make your life better? People are not doing that. They complain too damn much and they start telling everybody. Yeah. So wives are complaining about some bullshit. I hear it. I know wives that are good and I know wives that are bad because they complain too much. Mm-hmm. I could look at you, I could analyze your situation and be like, hey, try these things. Did you ask? Did you inquire for something to make a difference in your life? No. You want to complain and blame. And that's a really big issue in our community. Complain and blame. That's it. No accountability. I didn't do nothing. You have to learn how to fix yourself, fix your situation. Not all situations can be fixed, but most can. Yeah. Most can. So
it says, pray for Priscilla. Man, honestly, you're right, man. I think we do need to pray for her, man, honestly. Like, because a lot of times, like, especially like a lot of these people, whatever they has influence. Maybe if she do change, a lot of her followers gonna be mad at her because they want to keep that stuff up. But yeah, man, I'm definitely will do that, man. She has mercy and grace right above her head. Hope she knows that we should all stay humble, merciful, and loving towards our own, loving thy neighborhood as thyself. Yeah, man, facts. You know what I'm saying? We gotta do that, man. Exactly.
Yeah.
Hey, man,
thank you so much for the Cash App, Just Ruse.
Appreciate it. Dang, I forget all the time about that thing, man. He always keep us on.
So I wanted to share a video of.
Let me read this comment first. It said, black men on these panels don't respect the Bible. Many have said they don't deal with religion, so black men are not following God Christ. They are wandering like lost sheep, which no leadership over or order. Yeah, I can believe that. I think a lot of people are turned away from the church, right? So a lot of people, what they like to do, and which is wrong, is they input the Bible with the church, right? So a lot of the church has changed their doctrine because a lot of the women support the church, so they're more of the prosperity doctrine. So a lot of men have walked out of the church because they understand. Like when I remember when I was in the church, I would be reading the Bible, and then the pastor be saying something that's not in the Bible, and I'm just like, yo, I can't be doing this type of stuff, right? You know what I'm saying? So it's that's the issue which is going on, and that's where black men have to actually come together, and we're gonna have to develop our own, because if 2 or 3 witnesses are in the building together, you know what I mean, he said he with us, right? So we don't got to be actually in the church, and we can actually have some sound doctrine that can really make some change. But how the church is going right now, it's not going to be no leaders coming out of there, honestly, just to be real with you, Travel One. But good, great comment. It said Misery loves.
He listens to you more. Go ahead, James.
It said Misery loves constant recruit company. Yeah, facts, man. Hold on, y'all. I gotta go. Hold on.
You ain't gotta do that. Baby is crying. He woke up. He hear us talking all of this good stuff. He's trying to be part of the conversation. Yeah, man, that's funny. So before we started doing this, we actually was doing a family page, and we was just focusing on that. But then we was like, how can you have a family but you ain't got a marriage? So that's why we was like, all right, and we found more satisfaction. What is this? I can't even say the word.
Happiness doing this.
Yes. So
satisfaction.
Satisfaction. I couldn't even. We had more satisfaction doing this because it was doing more than just showing family dynamic, and I used to teach other mothers how to basically teach their children, because I've had experience. I got pregnant 3 times every 2 years. So with my experience and my research and my reading, reading and everything, I used to read a whole bunch of stuff just to make sure I was doing certain things right. I learned. So I used to, oh, wow, this helped. I used to read, and then I would put it into my child, and then I would see the result. So most people didn't know. So I used to try to help. I did that first. But then I'm like, okay, but some of these mothers don't have, they're not married, one, which is an issue. And some of them don't even have the dads in the house. So it was like, I'm teaching you how to do all these things, but where's the damn father at? Right? Where is he, meaning around, to help you with this? So I was like, you know what? I think it's best if we start with the dating to marriage part. So, we do have a life outside of this. So sometimes it is very hard to do more lives, I should say. But we're gonna get better. We're gonna have more time one of these days, and we're gonna hit very hard and very heavy, market a little bit more and stuff like that. But thank you all for definitely coming and supporting us so far. But yeah, so
all right, y'all, man. You gotta tend to these kids. It said mother served to be our earth. They help reproduce, give food and nurture.
Oh, this is what I wanted to show you. Thanks for saying that, Just Ruth. So I have a clip after the reaction of LaPeef. So I wanted to share a married couple that I found. This lady is a mother of 8. So I'm showing this because, they're saying that wives are miserable, right? When some of these men are giving them the world. Okay, they're giving them things. It's not that, oh, you submit to a man and that's it. You're going to be miserable. You don't have what you want. a lot of wives have what they want. They have what they want, and they're very satisfied. So I wanted to show, besides, us, right? We show that we have a happy marriage and we have kids. I want to show other people, even though this is online, but she does have 8 kids. I'm going to show you what she's doing for them. She's being a wife and a mother. So let me see. Wait, is it not? Is my video acting up, y'all? Let me see. It's acting up. Hold on. Let me add it back. But yeah, there are other people on here that they're actually demonstrating their life. So I don't want people to think that it's just, wives are.
Right quick. Why you doing that? Keep talking.
No, I was trying to find my video.
Good sign, lady died. Say they both are hurting by men and spreading the hatred around these spaces. Say good evening all. Hey, how you doing, Bethany? What's going on?
Hi, nice to see you again. No, don't edit it.
Yeah.
All right, so let me see. All right, so 1 second, y'all.
My bad.
All right, so here we go. So, simple video. Mother of 8.
Oh, wow.
She's just showing what she does in her house. She's making dinner.
They got a nice kitchen, too.
Just making, she's making dinner for her family.
She looks miserable.
Yeah, she looked real miserable, y'all. I just want to give you some other examples. Like, everybody's marriage ain't damn crazy. Like, pretty sure they elevated to this. Especially if a family of 8, you don't just get it right away. I know damn well.
Yeah. And then honestly, man, you putting your income together, you're gonna have more than a single person.
So now she's making making donuts.
Perfect consistency. Boiling water.
You don't like that. You don't like the baker. I'm the baker.
No, I'm gonna make
Gold
this.
standard, says Chef OP.
That's her husband talking.
It's been an hour, right? Doubled in size. Flour this so.
I'm making that. Like, I'm gonna go back to that video.
At this point, gently.
She's just, you know what I'm saying? This is nice to see.
Oh, you could describe.
And that's for everybody had a plate that looked like that.
So yummy. Thank you, Mom.
You see? Appreciation. Thank you, Mom. That's satisfying for any mother, any wife. Look, being intimate, holding hands and all that stuff. She wanted to show it. It's cute. They're looking at $1 million homes now. This is what women want that you can get. I know they didn't start off like this.
Yep.
They have 8 children.
Yep.
That's her. She looks like a child right there. Like, she looks young.
Dallas, they did that.
You know,
Ooh,
so
nice, real nice.
Yes, that was in Dallas, Texas. But yeah,
Okay.
Just wanted to show an example. Like, you know, there's wives that's out there that's not hurting, they're not miserable, they're not complaining. They grow together. I'm not saying they had a perfect marriage, but you grow. They have 8 kids, so obviously they want to stay together. I don't know who people do it, but I don't know who would divorce with 8 children. People do it though, but
and to be real with
be
y'all,
weird.
Men are not divorcing y'all unless y'all cheating or doing something dirty, right? So men is going to stay regardless, right? So it's, you know what I mean? Like if you get married more time, like if you don't file for divorce, you're gonna stay married. So he said she is serving her household as she should. Facts, man. You know what I mean? It's about loving and caring your family.
And what is she getting in return? She getting a lot in return.
Yeah.
It's not just about us giving to men. They giving a lot to us.
Yeah. It says, a
wife
and a mother, I take pride in serving my house. Yes, someone told my husband take pride in providing, protecting. It's not rocket science.
It's balance, man. It's balance. It's not.
And we make this stuff so hard because of we always try to fight one another, right? Try one say, if the pastor black man is not preaching scripture again, it's the black man out of. Yeah, I said that already. So that's what I'm saying. We got to stop trying to fight so much. You know what I'm saying? This men are in the church hole, they preaching because of prosperity doctrine. They got more money coming in. So that's what they're doing. They doing what they wrong. That's why a lot of men are leaving the church. So you got that small, so you got 30, 40 black men that used to be in the church, and you talking about the one that stayed there preaching to the women, right? But you got 30, 40 that left because they see the bullshit that the man was doing, right? So when black men see bullshit, most of the time they just leave, right? This is how we operate. But you want to focus on the one. So, but those black men that's doing that are out of order. I agree. But I said that earlier. But, yeah.
We're gonna talk about this. We're gonna talk about this on the live.
Yeah,
we're gonna talk. We're not doing that right now, but that might be
that before it happened. I didn't say day was gonna happen, but I was talking about those type of men, right? Because you want to say it, or you want to just?
We're gonna wait. We're gonna wait till next week. We're gonna talk about it next week.
All right, man.
Because we're gonna let that manifest too. Because it just came out. He about to divorce her, all that type of stuff. So hopefully next week we would know why. But yeah, that would be a great topic for sure. So, all right, you guys, we was hanging in there. You got anything else to say?
No, we good, man. But appreciate you everybody for showing up, man, showing us the love. We'll be back next week, man. We're gonna start getting more consistent with these videos and stuff too as well. So, man, appreciate y'all for being here.
All right, y'all,
man.
That girl that compliments my fly, and when it goes down, I know she gon' ride. I finally got somebody I can call mine.
Music licensing reimagined.
I got a girl that compliments my fly, and when it goes down, I know she gon' ride. I finally got somebody I can call mine. My one time for the one time.